Hey, I'm Em, welcome back to my channel. I have a small business and I posted on social media the other day that I wanted to do a Q&A, so I've got a bunch of questions. I have Black Friday sales running this week, starting Monday the 23rd, which is probably the day this video is coming out, to Monday the 30th of November. You can get 10% off my whole shop and then 15% off if you spend over £20, and 20% off my jackets, which is a whole £10 off my jackets, which I think is a pretty good deal, so go check that out. They're great Christmas presents, I promise. How long have you been painting / creating? Well, the funny thing is, so back when I was in school I used to draw quite a lot, but then everyone would tell me I was really bad so I stopped. They were right, I was really bad, but I don't know when I started drawing again, a couple years ago I started drawing again, and they weren't great but it was fun, so I carried on. And then it was a year and a half ago, I think, I started painting, and that's when I started painting jackets. When did you start your business? So just over a year ago. I think I sold my first jacket in August, I want to say August 2019, and then I sold a few like on and off through social media, and then during lockdown is when I probably started my Etsy, and that's when I probably turned it into a business, like making the logo and business accounts and stuff. What inspires me? Music is what inspires me. A lot of my jackets that I've painted for myself and for other people have been inspired by songs or artists. Yeah, music is, as you can see, I go to a lot of concerts, so music is like my thing. What made you start painting on jackets? Well, so I wanted my own Captain Marvel jacket. I'm a Marvel fan and I really wanted a Captain Marvel jacket, and I couldn't find any that I liked or that were affordable. Most were in America and shipping would have been ridiculous. So then I was like, hey, why don't I just do that myself? So I bought all the supplies, I did a bit of research, bought all the supplies, didn't tell anyone, and then just painted it. I was like, I'm not going to tell anyone because if it goes badly no one needs to know. But it went quite well. I'll show it to you. Here it is, the first jacket that I painted. And I love this quote so much. How have you been lately with the lockdown? Actually quite good. So because pubs are closed, I work in a pub, for those who don't know, my business isn't full-time yet. So lockdown just means I have more time to spend on my small business. I just create every day and spend my days painting or doing things for my business. And I mean, obviously it sucks not being able to see my friends, and all of the concerts that I wanted to go to have been cancelled or postponed, but day to day I'm doing alright because I get to paint and focus on my business. When did you realise you wanted to start your business? In lockdown, I think. Well, last year when I was selling jackets, but I wasn't really selling that many or anything that regularly, I was like, oh, how great would this be if this could be my business? But everyone told me that was unrealistic, because I wouldn't make enough money just from selling jackets. And then in lockdown, when I found small business TikTok, and everyone on there was starting their small businesses and selling and being successful, making enough money for it to be full-time and things like that. So then I thought, you know what, I can do this too. And I thought if I have other products on sale too, maybe I can make enough for it to be my full-time. What is your main goal for your business? For it to be full-time. I would just love to be my own boss, to have that freedom to be able to create full-time, to not have to work in a job that doesn't make me feel good, to have control over my life, to be able to do what I want, sell what I want, be my own boss. It would just be great. I would just love for it to be what I do. What's been your favourite jacket that you painted? I think, I've been asked this a few times, I think my favourite jacket that I've painted, obviously I have a few, is this Louis Tomlinson one. That's, for those of you who don't know, he had this painted on a mural to promote his album, and then I just thought it would look really cool in a jacket, so I painted it. And then I went to his album listening party. I won tickets to that, and I met him and he signed it, and he thought it was so good he thought I got it printed. And then when I told him I'd painted it, he was just blown away. And then I met him a few times at his album signings, and every time he knew who I was because of the jacket. And then at one of his shows I was like, hey, and he pointed at me and he was like, oh, you're right, love. And he thanked me because I had supported him. He was like, thank you for all the support, this week has been massive. I was like, I love you. So yes, I think this might be my favourite, just because, well, partly because he loves it and partly just because, I don't know, I think it went quite well and it looks kind of like how the mural did. So favourite artwork that I've done, I kind of love my Christmas ones right now. I mean, obviously I love Christmas, and it's coming up to Christmas, but this is one of my paintings I did with little Christmas trees. And I don't know if I have a favourite non-jacket painting, but this one could be it. How long does a jacket painting take? This varies quite a lot. Some jackets that you think look quite simple actually take a long time. For example, I painted this logo of my dad's in a band, and this is the band's logo, and it looks fairly simple, but it took me, I can't remember how many hours. I was watching either Twilight or the Hunger Games as I did it. I can't remember which one now, but it took me 3 films, I think, with breaks and stuff. But yes, and then some jackets are quicker. The Love is Love jacket, that took forever because I had to do the writing and then multiple layers of each letter, and it just took me so long just to do the words. Yeah, so I mean, that doesn't really answer your question. I would say each one maybe like a day's work, I would say. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Short-term and long-term goals for your business. Short-term, 60 sales on Etsy. That's what I want for this month. I would love to get 60 sales. 30 jacket sales. I think I'm on about 25. I'll have to count up, but I'd love, you know, 30 is the next milestone of the jackets, so that would be pretty cool. And long-term obviously is to be able to have it as my full-time business. When painting on jackets, do you know exactly how you want the end result to look, or do you just go with the flow? I like this question. Again, I guess it varies, because I do drafts for all of them when coming up with ideas, especially if it's a custom order. So with drafts I usually know what it's gonna look like. I mean, so if I can show you an example. This is a draft that I did for a tote bag custom order that I got. Obviously it doesn't look great, and then this is, the lighting's not great. This is the finished one, so obviously it looks kind of similar, just better. And then sometimes I just sort of get an idea in my head and then I just sort of go with it and see how it turns out. I think I answered all the questions. Sorry if I missed any. I have made a TikTok of some of my favourite jackets, if you want to go check that out. If you've got any other questions you want to ask me, you can just leave them below. I don't know what that was. And don't forget to go check out all my shops and my socials. My links will all be in the description box. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye.